having a prediction to see if Democrats are first able to win the U.S. House of Representatives in 2026, and if they will be able to hold it in 2028. So in 2026, that of course has not happened yet, but it is largely predicted that Democrats will take back the House. This happens usually the party that is in control of the executive branch, or that is in control of the executive branch, loses grasp of the House, and in some cases the Senate. In this case, the Senate is going to be an uphill battle for Democrats. The House is far more likely. And then it will be interesting to see if Democrats, in the event that they do win back the House in 2026, if they are able to maintain control over the House in 2028. It'll be interesting to see what happens. We'll be going through a couple of these little swing districts. So there are not too many of these pure toss-up districts. There's 19 of them. It's kind of scattered throughout the U.S. in various spots. There's a couple in California, a couple in New York. Well, not New York, one or two in New York, and then Pennsylvania. There's really two in Iowa. The district here in Iowa in the bottom right corner is largely most likely going to end up in the Democratic Party's column. I would predict that most of these toss-ups will. I could even see some of the lean GOP seats also ending up in the Democratic Party's column. Probably not all of them. And really, Democrats, with this 207, they need to win 11 seats, and Republicans would need to win 9. There just are quite a few more pickup opportunities for Democrats than there are for Republicans. Republicans, of course, hold the House now with a very small majority, but nonetheless they do. So there are really a couple states here and districts that will determine whether or not Democrats are able to win back the House. There's a few that are looking pretty good for Democrats. We have the district, I'll do tilt for some of these. The district in New Mexico generally goes with the Democrats. The New Mexico Democrats did a bit of a gerrymander to that district. The southern one used to be generally a Republican district. In some swing years for Democrats, like 2018, the district went blue. But in general, now it's much more favorable to the Democrats. It was kind of drawn as such. So that district is one for the Democrats. And then there's a couple in California. As you can see, this is with the recent, we had a couple rounds of the kind of gerrymandering back and forth. So it started out in Texas, which is why the Texas maps are looking not great for Democrats. We'd have to zoom in like on Dallas and Houston, but that area is very fractured and broken up. And then Democrats, of course, with Prop 50 in California, Governor Gavin Newsom kind of created the push to counteract Texas in California. So they flipped 5 seats to the Democrats that were previously red in California, which is why this northern top of California is in the blue category. It looks like it just cut off parts from the coast and put them in that district. Generally, that area is pretty conservative, out of the coast, just into the middle of California and top. But in general, that is just kind of the back and forth Democrats and Republicans have been doing. Also happened in a couple other states. In Utah, for example, a judge ruled that their maps from that Republicans in the state were using prior to this were unconstitutional, which resulted in a pickup opportunity for Democrats. In that case, it was even a safe seat with the surrounding Salt Lake area. So that is going to be an interesting one to watch. But as far as the other swing states, Ohio, also an interesting case. There are a bunch of other states, and it'll be interesting to see what happens. I would predict that Democrats would probably win the House in 2026. I think 2028 is going to be, we'll have to see what happens. If Democrats do pick up the House and Trump in 2026 and Trump's approval rating continues to slide, I do think Democrats would be well positioned to hold the House in 2028 if they were to take it in 2026. Feel free, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks, bye.